I just realized
Whoa.
I wasn't recording that. I thought I had pressed record.
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
It's all fine.
It's good. Luckily they didn't see that part. We just tried to do a fake ad. Hello and welcome to the Irresponsible Comic Book Podcast. We're sponsored today by Cloak.
What?
We're not sponsored by them.
No.
But
Could be.
Maybe someday.
Maybe eventually we'll have a ultra films section in Cloak.
Yeah, that'd be
Maybe.
dope. I'm in.
You know, like how they did with Pokemon. They had a limited run her brand, and like
her merch.
they do limited runs of things. That's their whole spiel.
Maybe we could get in on that. I'm in. I'm down. Let's make it happen.
I mean, if they're watching this, give us a call.
Anyways, we're here to talk to you about the latest and greatest comic book news like we always do. And we've got some good, juicy stuff today. Happy May the 4th. May the 4th be with you.
Be with you.
We're here today.
Star Wars Day.
It's Star Wars Day.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars Day!
Yay! Anyways.
Oh, I was looking up other things, so...
Wait.
Okay, we got it.
I can be prepared now.
You're prepared for May the 4th? Well, so we have a trailer.
I mean, I will get my Mandalorian helmet, but it's only on the other side right now, and I don't want to get up.
Oh. We're going to react to the new Obi-Wan trailer for you really quick. So we're going to probably cut to that, I guess.
Oh, okay, no, sorry. I lost count.
We still need 300,000.
300,000?
No.
To hit a million.
Oh, I thought we needed more than that.
No.
No, that's where we are.
Right,
are we there? We're good?
We're good. Run it.
Sand.
I hate sand.
Coarse and itchy.
They're coming.
They're coming.
The Inquisitors.
Yeah. I love the Inquisitors.
Yeah. They're pretty bad. Luke.
Young Luke.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Leave us alone. When the time comes, he must be trained. Like you trained his father?
Oh, sick burn.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh God, don't say that for him.
Still won't Kenobi. He's gone.
He was too young to be trained. I couldn't train him properly. He was already absorbed by the fear.
Yep.
I want every lowlife and bounty hunter to squeeze him. You can't win, Obi-Wan!
Sure he can.
Who's this lady supposed to be? Do we know?
You can't escape him!
She's Raven.
I forgot her name though, but she is definitely obviously one of the Inquisitors. But I forgot her name though.
So she clearly, I guess not clearly, but usually people only have sabers if they're force sensitive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Reva. R-E-V-A is what her name is. Reva.
Yeah, she's not coming up with anything really.
They tweeted it on the official Star Wars account. They said they called her the third sister.
Okay, third sister of the Inquisitors. Okay.
Yeah. So she's the third sister.
Ooh, Wikipedia. It's not Wikipedia. It's Wikipedia.
Yeah. But anyways,
she's a Twi'lek.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't see any Twi'lek in her, but
that's okay.
Maybe she doesn't have tentacles.
Maybe not. Maybe she just.
I guess they're not really tentacles; they're headstalks, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's what
it's
call them.
You can call them tentacles. I'm sure that's not.
They're not really tentacles.
I'm sure that's not offensive.
Tentacles, usually imply some form of anthropomorphism.
She's the third sister, right?
Yeah, she is the third sister.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, there's lots of stuff going on in that trailer. Obviously, Uncle Owen talking to Obi-Wan there about training Luke and that he wants to train him. There's probably going to be some arguments between them. Obviously, the Inquisitors show up. Actually, in that shot where they're like walking into town, you see Uncle Ben in the back, or not Uncle Ben, but Uncle Owen. I don't know why I'm thinking about Spider-Man. I got Spider-Man mask right behind my face. That's what it is. But yeah, no, you see Uncle.
Bro, you're weird, man. You're weird.
They're both uncles, but you see Uncle
Maybe
Owen.
she is human. I don't know.
You see Uncle
I got
Owen
it here.
right in that shot as well. Go for it.
Shows here she is the third sister, also known as Reva, was a Force-sensitive human female who served the Galactic Empire as a member of the Inquisitor during the Imperial era. Like her fellow Inquisitor, the third sister was a former Jedi who turned to the dark side of the Force and was tasked with hunting the surviving members of the Jedi Order during the Great Jedi Purge around year 9 BBY.
Wow, that's messed up.
Hmm.
She doesn't seem very cool. Turned her
He
back.
said, yeah, pretty much. Which was pretty much either you join us or you die.
Yeah.
She also interrogated the moisture farmer Owen Lars on the planet of Tatooine and traveled through the world to the world Dayu. No, that's yeah.
I think I'm getting called to heaven.
Yeah, you need some blackout lights.
Dude,
blackout.
I have blackout stuff, but it doesn't cover all the window, so like it's covering all except for like this one portion right here.
And it's affecting your camera.
Yeah.
Maybe you can move your camera.
I can't. Yeah, maybe. There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
It'll probably move into that area in like 10 seconds, I guarantee you.
I mean,
Anyways. So yeah, we got the Inquisitors, we got Obi-Wan, we got that Darth Vader
what did you
shot.
have on your lap there?
What did I have on my lap?
Yeah.
This.
What's this?
This is literally
lightsaber.
Obi-Wan's lightsaber.
Ooh.
Yeah. Did you not see me whip that out earlier?
Whoa.
I was busy opening up videos.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Yeah, no, I had it here this whole time.
Yeah.
But yeah, Obi-Wan's lightsaber from episode 1. You know,
And 2.
pretty relevant. No, he lost it in 1. Remember?
Oh, that was the one from episode 1?
Yeah, that's the one where Darth Maul kicks it over the edge as he's like hanging off the ledge. Yeah. But yeah, he gets a new one in episode 2. Keeps it all the way through everything, I think.
Yeah, he keeps it all the way.
Yeah.
His second lightsaber, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember them saying that he had to have a specific one at the end of episode 3. So he had the one that matches the one that Ben has in episode 4 or 5. In episode 4.
Yeah, I forget what happens to his one.
I think it got hurt by Grievous.
I know that
I can't remember.
this is a good
It's
question.
been so
I don't
long.
know. Yeah, I need to rewatch all of
He
Star
owned,
Wars.
I got it right here, he owned 3 lightsabers.
Was it different between 2 and 3? Because I want to say that
One's
like,
first one was a weapon that he built as a pawn and wielded until it was this. He had his first lightsaber he wielded as a pawn and wielded until it was destroyed by Darth Maul during the invasion of Boo.
yep.
Okay.
And the second one had to have been destroyed by Dooku, right?
Probably.
Okay. Because I think I remember that like fight scene at the end of Attack of the Clones. Him like when he
Yeah.
you know he slices.
It was
his arm
confiscated.
and
It was
his leg.
confiscated by Dooku when he got captured in episode 2.
That's right. When he got
That
captured.
was the
in-
second one.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
And then they gave him a new one in the battle. They like chucked one to him.
Well,
And he used the
Kenobi
green
used
one.
it was a temporary replacement during the infamous Battle of Geonosis.
Boom! I got it. Just kidding. I kind of guessed on that one.
Yeah.
So,
We should have.
Give him a temporary one.
We should have all watched all 9 Star
Yeah.
Wars movies before talking about it.
before Star Wars Day. Every year we have to do that. Otherwise, we're not educated enough to talk about it. No, we are. What are you guys like most excited for this series? I'll let you start, Dylan, because Nightwolf has more to say, I'm sure.
I am just excited to see Ewan McGregor again
Yeah. Okay.
as Obi-Wan. I love me some Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, he's great. What about you, Nightwolf? Since you're going to be covering the Obi-Wan series.
I am? I don't remember this.
You said you would. Don't lie to me.
I do not recall.
Nightwolf's going to become
mean,
our
obviously-
Star
This is
Wars
not the man
expert.
you're looking for.
Exactly.
Oh,
This is not your content creator.
Oh, no.
Well, obviously, I am looking forward to have Ewan McGregor come back once again as Obi-Wan to play Obi-Wan once more. This series is gonna be really interesting, and I will do my best to do what I can to drop some knowledge on these fools on the
Heck
Star Wars
yeah.
thing.
Drop that knowledge. Nice. Yeah, I'm pretty dang excited to see how they use Hayden Christensen, because obviously he's coming back as Darth Vader.
As Vader.
But he's gonna be playing Vader, like in the suit, but it'll probably also be his face. So like when we saw the old Vader unmasked by Luke at the end, like that's obviously not Hayden Christensen. That movie was made before he was born. But now we get to see like a younger, early recovery from the scars sort of Vader that we've never really seen live action, at least.
Well, I think
we've seen it like Rebels, but
yeah, but I think we're gonna see him as you saw in the trailer. You saw him, being built.
yeah,
Being put in his arm bag. I think we might be able to see his face there before the helmet comes back on.
100%.
I think we might see Hayden Christensen as well in the Darth Vader set as well. But I think we might see some flashbacks as Kenobi might have some
Yeah,
fond memories of Anakin.
I would
before.
I'd love that.
I think we're definitely gonna have some flashbacks.
Have you guys seen those like videos of the like scene of older Obi-Wan sitting down explaining to Luke how he like got the lightsaber and like his how he knew his father, and then they like pan it back to the flashbacks and stuff like that? Those videos almost make me cry. Those are so well done. If they do something like that in this show, where they like show episode 1, 2, 3 stuff,
I'm not sure if they will. They might come back to like show a little bit of it, like just for the people who don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how much they would though.
Yeah. I mean, it can't be all flashbacks, but I can imagine like that scene that we saw where he's talking to Uncle Owen and like about training Luke, and he says, "Oh, like you trained his father," and then they flash back to a couple things with like him training.
That doesn't seem like a flashback point. That just seems like a burn point to me. Like
pretty much,
true.
yeah.
Uncle
they
Owen
could.
and his burns.
After all, yeah. Well, yeah. But what's it called? He might have some nightmares or maybe dreams, just like what's going on after the Clone Wars and all that scene.
I could imagine them doing like VFX sound effects over some of the scenes.
Yeah.
Of like that's how they do flashbacks.
Yeah.
But I don't see them doing like flashbacks.
Okay.
And
they did do major flashbacks for the Book of Boba Fett.
That's true.
When he was with the Sand People. So I don't think they're not gonna do something like that. Maybe they'll just do like minor flashbacks.
Well, I think if they're going to do like a flashback sequence, it's going to be new material. It's not going to take from the movies. If they're going to take it from the movie, they're going to do VFX sound effects.
Yeah,
correct.
I figured that like this would be a good opportunity to them to like let them explore some pieces that like, because there's plenty of like adventures that like Anakin and Obi-Wan went on that we've never seen. Like, and it would be, you're bringing back Hayden Christensen and you're able to do some of those things and then, de-age both of them.
Well, kind of what I was thinking is that if they were going to take any sound effects from anything, they'll be taking it from the Clone Wars TV show.
Oh, yeah.
So like some of the things that they like expanded upon in the Clone Wars TV shows, they'll like maybe have a dream of him, like show him like seeing like flashes of lights and stuff, like, or like a red saber or something.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, and then they'll have like the sound effects of something going on from the Star Wars TV show, the Clone Wars. And it will have like that will be part of his nightmare.
That'd be kind of
cool.
So
like it's like only 6 seconds or so that they're using on a flashback, but it still conveys stuff for the people who have watched the show.
Yeah, you get like that little bit of nostalgia, like the little tidbits of it, but it's not like fan service sort of stuff like No Way Home was or Endgame.
Yeah,
I like that. Okay, I was gonna say, somebody mentioned about during the trailer, like how Obi-Wan never really got to train Anakin at the proper age because he was too old. Was that you?
That was me.
Luke's obviously at that age or older, and still hasn't. Obi-Wan hasn't been granted permission to train Luke at all. Obviously,
I think.
Well, there is no more pressure because the Jedi. Sorry, Dylan.
Yeah.
The Jedi Order is already dead, so he doesn't really need permission per se. I mean, sure, you could say, I have to train him because he has to be ready. But the original plan was for Anakin was to be trained by Qui-Gon, but unfortunately, Qui-Gon got killed by Darth Maul, which led to Obi-Wan to train Anakin.
Yeah.
At a young age, at the end of Episode 1.
Yep. Yeah.
But so when Anakin was brought in, he was already 10 or was he 12?
I think he was close to 10 though. Regardless,
so they're supposed to start training as Padawans at about 5 to 6,
like super young, like the year you'd go into kindergarten. That's when you're like, hey, come be a lightsaber wielding warrior. You're like, oh, that seems super legit and safe.
That was the whole thing, is he's starting too young. He's already got the fear of losing people in him.
Exactly.
That's why they ultimately said no to training him, and Qui-Gon was like, well, screw it, I'm gonna train him anyways.
Yeah, because Qui-Gon was like a different breed. There's always a big what if. What if he stayed alive?
He was just built different. No, so obviously Luke's still at that same age, but I guess a part of it, you said that the Jedi Order is not around to say no to that, and also when I meant permission, he was getting permission from Uncle Owen, a direct family member, not from the council how Anakin had to get permission. He's asking kindly to a family member, hey, can you please let me train him? His father's gonna come and try and kill him. He needs to be ready, eventually.
Well, what is it? Who was the Republic person that took care of Leia?
It says
Organa.
Hold on.
Organa.
Yeah, Organa.
Senator Organa.
Senator Organa.
Yeah, Senator Organa.
He was probably the one that dropped Luke off anyways.
No, Obi-Wan was the one who dropped Luke off.
Obi-Wan dropped off Luke to Owen.
Yeah.
And Organa took Leia
aboard the ship.
aboard the ship to Alderaan. Yeah. Obi-Wan was the one that dropped off Luke to Owen and his wife.
Yep.
A bit of a knowledge here. Anakin was 9 years old in Episode 1.
Yep.
9.
So
okay.
Luke's even older than
9. But he was 20 but Anakin was 20 in Episode 2.
So 11 years of hanging out with Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's 11 years that we missed, and then even more so in between that and Revenge of the Sith. So there's plenty of stuff to explore, and especially some of the stuff that happened in the Clone Wars that was really good, that they could do live action versions of if they wanted to do a little bit of fan service. But obviously they probably shouldn't rely heavily on flashbacks, and it should be a story about where Obi-Wan is at. Obviously,
especially if this is only going to be 8 episodes, like most of the runs of Disney shows are.
Yeah,
it's
I don't know if it's 6 or 8, but
it's 6. It's 6.
Shoot. Yeah, there's only so much you can do. You don't want to spend a bunch of time exploring stuff that's been in the past. So
stuff that they can just have other people watch. Hey, if you really want to see this, go watch this project.
Yeah. But then adding the little pieces, like you said, the little 6-second, 10-second stuff, little callbacks, that people get interested. What is this about? And then go and watch. Get people to watch the stuff that haven't seen it yet. Maybe. Good way to do that. William, do you have anything else on the series that you want to touch on before we move forward at all?
I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Like I said, I mean, we do know what kind of happens, but we're pretty much going to see on Obi-Wan's perspective. Where's he going to go? What's he going to do to to fight, outlast, the Empire pretty much. How is he gonna fight one of the Inquisitors, or is he gonna,
Yeah, who knows?
I mean, obviously we are gonna see the rematch once again.
Yeah.
At the end, maybe of the series or in the middle of the series, who knows? When we're gonna see the epic rematch between those two.
Hopefully.
And see what happens from there.
Yeah, cool. There was like one line, I think from Reva or one of the Inquisitors or somebody that was saying, yeah, he's gone. Like in reference to Obi-Wan, like, hey, he's gone, stop looking for him, sort of thing. So like he's like completely gone dark. Nobody actually knows he's there. He's been that sly enough to escape them for so long. So it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting also to see what like initially outs his identity, that like how they initially find him. And maybe that is Reva, trying to like as a former Jedi check in with him, and then like she like blows her cover trying to kill him, and then he knows, oh shit, this isn't safe anymore or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Maybe.
Yeah, or he just like does something like overly generous and like saves some people, and even without using his lightsaber, just using the Force or something, and then people rat him out.
Yeah, if he uses the Force, then they're gonna instantly sense him.
Yeah,
if they use the Force, pretty much.
Yeah,
like I said, as you saw in the trailer, Obi-Wan was also fighting guys, with the blasters and also hand-to-hand combat wise, pretty much.
He's not a fan of them, but he definitely can use them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be a pretty good series. I've been super excited about this since they announced it. I've wanted more Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan's my favorite Star Wars character of all time. Always will be, probably. Like, there's nobody who compares to him outside of Qui-Gon's like a sort of close second for me.
Also, the one thing I'm hoping to see is Qui-Gon making an appearance, not like come back from the grave, but as a Force ghost. Because if you remember at the end of Episode 3. Yoda's gonna teach Obi-Wan how to speak with the Force, pretty much with him.
Yeah,
pretty much. And I'm hoping he has a moment and talks to him. Maybe have like a flashback scene, or like maybe like a scene there where he's actually trying to communicate with his former master.
Yeah. Do you think Liam Neeson's pulling a Andrew Garfield then? Because he said that he doesn't want to show up in Star Wars stuff unless it's a movie. So
maybe he could. But Liam Neeson's Liam Neeson, man. He can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna see any Qui-Gon. If anything, we'll just get the voice of Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
I wish we did, but
as a Force ghost, maybe. But like, it's just the Force talking to him. We don't actually see Force ghost. Okay. So like, it's gonna end up being like, if we do get Qui-Gon, it's going to be like Obi-Wan remembering some lessons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will be Liam Neeson's voice going, Qui-Gon. Yeah. Or like, Obi-Wan, you have to remember to always go with the flow. Like,
yeah. Did we hear Qui-Gon's voice during Episode 9 when Rey was like listening to all those Force?
I think he isn't in it, but he might be. I think you get you get Obi-Wan, you get Anakin, you get Ahsoka, you get
Sakura, I think. Windu.
Windu's in there, yep.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Was he one of the voices?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question. He's got it. He's gonna figure it out for us.
I'm actually doing my job.
He's got it.
Mace Windu.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, I want to bring up, we actually don't have a sponsor this week. We thought we might have one. I am getting a couple items still shipped in. They're still in transit, unfortunately. But next week, I know we told you all these segments for this week last time. We only know of one segment we're going to do next week based around Moon Knight, talking about the finale and our thoughts on the show in general. But I hopefully we'll have some props and we'll be able to do our first sponsor.
Got it right here.
Go for it.
She hears Obi-Wan Kenobi, Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker, Lumaria Odili and Ayla Sakura, Mace Windu, Yoda, Adi Kali and Khan, and Qui-Gon Jinn.
Okay, he is in that. I didn't know if he was or not, but nice.
He was.
That's a good touch. I like Qui-Gon a lot. So.
Yep, there you go.
Well, speaking of Liam Neeson, things are gonna get taken out of hand. Just kidding. That's a dumb way to do it.
I was wondering where your segment was going.
Yeah, no. I think I actually forgot to put all the segments in here, like the transitions, so we're just not going to have them this week. I did make
That's
them,
fine.
but then I just didn't put them in. So anyways,
Are you good?
this is our
You're
next
fine.
segment. Things are out of hand. We have some new
What?
trailer footage, promo footage for Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and it comes out starting tomorrow and all weekend. You're seeing this on Monday, so it's already come out for you. But we've got some new footage. We just saw Captain Carter and Professor X in his new, not new, but his yellow wheelchair.
1990s official wheelchair.
Yeah, so we
Look, accurate wheelchair.
we got some new footage there. We've also seen some new shots of like Wanda and Doctor Strange doing some stuff, and Wong even fighting Shuma Gorath, or what are they calling him? They're calling him.
Shumagora.
They're calling
Morgo?
him.
No, Shumagora.
That's who it's
the
supposed
alien
to be.
monster.
That's who
They
it's
can't
supposed to
use
be.
the name Shumagora though because he's technically
Gargantos.
yeah.
That's who they're
Yeah,
calling him.
they,
Yeah, they have it somebody has it trademarked. It's not Marvel.
The people who do the
Uh-oh. Who is it?
Lovecraft stuff have it trademarked.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So anyways, they can't use that name, but that's what it's supposed to be. The Gargantos. So we've seen some new footage of all that stuff.
If you look hard enough, you can find the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, you can. And you can also find other
And
shots of cameos.
It's supposed to be the fight of Gargantuous
Yeah.
is part of the first 20 minutes.
Yeah,
If you look hard enough. I haven't. I heard you can.
you can find it if you look hard enough. You can also find other scenes if you look hard enough, or if you accidentally get videos recommended to you on YouTube.
So watch out
Your
for
own
that.
fault.
So,
That's your own
at
fault because
this
you were like
point-
looking up videos already,
dude, no, I wasn't.
Krista.
No, I literally was trying to. I went to YouTube, I clicked on it, and I was gonna go get the link for our latest episode to share it, and it just popped up as the first video on my feed and started auto playing on my phone. And I didn't want to watch it, but the thumbnail showed the characters that I didn't want spoiled, and I was pretty mad. So, and it got, it got me pretty upset, but we're okay. So just, I mean, at this point,
No, you're not. You're not okay.
you're seeing this on Monday, the weekend after opening weekend. If you're gonna complain, I don't know. I look at it and I go, if you're gonna complain about spoilers after opening weekend and you're actually upset about it, that's on you, because you should have made time. You have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday to go and see it one of those days. You have all day, any of those days to go see the movie, and you didn't make time. That's on you. I don't know. That's
Well,
just
I
that's
mean,
just how I
Sunday
feel.
is actually Mother's Day.
Yeah, if you're not
Yeah.
taking your mom to
Perfect day to
go,
go see a horror movie.
yeah, if you're not taking your mom to go watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness on Mother's Day, are you even her son? Gosh, what the heck? Probably not.
I think
bad
horror
son.
movies are the perfect movies to go see
With your mother.
on Mother's Day.
Yeah. I you know what's funny? This is completely off topic, but I showed my mom Scary Terry from Rick and Morty today. She's like
Okay.
she saw my shirt because I was over at the house cleaning, and she was like, "Oh man, Freddy Krueger scared me so much as a child." And I was like, "Oh, you want to see something that will make you not scared of him ever again?" And I showed her Scary Terry, the whole sequence of the dream cascading, and she's like, "What the fuck was that?" I was like, yeah, that's Scary Terry. Now you're not afraid anymore. So, but yeah, horror movies on Mother's Day. If you're not doing it, you're a shit son or a daughter. That's just the facts.
Whoa. It's no longer daughter or it's got to be non-binary and all that other mumbo jumbo.
Wow. Sorry.
I have heard that this is a legitimate horror movie.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
it's gonna be jump scare shit. Like, I guarantee you. Like, there's gonna
oh, there's
be.
probably going to be one jump scare, if not two. But like with it being Sam Raimi and
Yeah.
him being like a master of horror movies,
Yeah. It's gonna be legit scary. Like, so all the reports and stuff. I guess we can talk about this a little bit because it's more on topic. Is like all the reviews that I've seen that are non-spoilers have like a lot of praise for Sam Raimi being so much more different than the rest of the MCU genre. It's been such a different style of movie, and they're kind of doing the same thing here with Moon Knight, and that it's like a little bit more groundbreaking and out of the ordinary for them. That maybe they're switching up their style and trying to create more interesting movies out of the MCU and shows. What do you guys think about that?
What they're trying to do is just diversify the things that they can do with a superhero franchise. So it's a superhero franchise, but they don't all have to be action movies.
No,
I think that's what they're trying to show is like you can have superheroes in a movie, but it can still be a romance, or you can have superheroes in a movie and it can still be a horror movie, or you can have superheroes in a movie and it is like something, but like maybe a spaghetti western, like
oh gosh,
spaghetti western. For the record, the movie's about 2 hours and 6 minutes long.
Okay, yeah.
Did you hear that this has already sold more tickets
than the Batman?
Yes.
Well, it was obviously supposed to.
Yeah.
There's really no surprise there.
In general, though, like it's hasn't even technically been released yet, and it's already sales-wise above the max sales that the Batman got.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, it's to be expected. There's really no big surprise there.
I mean,
I'm with you. It's just funny.
It is pretty dang funny. I don't feel.
I mean, to be fair, it's Marvel in general. I mean, everyone's gonna say, "Oh, Marvel this and that." I'm not saying there's like really not much of a big deal, but Multiverse of Madness, everyone's expecting this. I mean, all the trailers that they come out with, of course, they're gonna get pre-sale tickets before that.
Yeah, I'm looking. There's actually. I was like kind of concerned. I was like maybe like all the theaters are actually kind of sold out on the first day or two, and there's so many showings available still on Thursday as well as Friday on Fandango, like in the area we live in. So there's still like a bunch of showings. I'm gonna click on one for Friday night for like 7:30 and see how many tickets are like actually available. So I'm gonna just try and get one ticket. Reserve seatings, most of it's full. There's like a handful of seats on like the edges or like a random seat in the middle of a row, and then the full front row is open, and then wheelchair access is open, but everything else is pretty much bought out. And that's for a local theater in a not super big town on a Friday night. So that's probably like most places in the United States. In bigger places are sold out, I would assume. Just for reference. Like if I go up to the town a little bit north of us, it's a bit busier.
Well, it depends what you're going to see. Are you going to see an IMAX, standard, 3D, or in Dolby Cinema?
This is all just standard.
Okay. Well, say if I want to go see it on IMAX, say tomorrow, and it's like at 10:45, blah blah blah.
Let's go to Friday, 7 p.m. Bigger town, general admission, 1 ticket, reserve seats. Pretty much everything's bought out here.
Yeah, I'm looking at the one for IMAX for like tomorrow. It is somewhat bought out, except for like the handicap areas per se. But there's like about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seats left.
Wow.
For like, because the town, the next town near me is like Linden, which is not much of a big town, at least from what I meant. But like a lot of people go there.
Okay.
But yeah.
Interesting.
IMAX over here, so there's like 6 seats left.
6 seats left on Friday night peak hours. Yeah.
No. This is on the Thursday.
Thursday? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That's on the Thursday. Yeah. On a Thursday night at 10:45, it's like 6 seats.
That's not even the busiest night of the week.
10:45.
That's not even the busiest, and it's not even peak.
That's crazy. And this is on IMAX. If I want to watch a movie on IMAX.
Yeah. Damn. Yeah.
For standards, like the last showing for standard will be at 11 p.m. on a Thursday.
Wow.
and say if I want to do that, then okay, there's a couple more seats available for standard edition because
Okay.
a lot of people
little
want
bit
to.
cheaper.
A lot of people don't want to see on. Don't want to see on standard edition. They want to see either IMAX or whatever.
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So it should be. It's just this huge event, and it has repercussions from the last film that everybody went and watched and loved, and it's kind of like one of those films that you just you gotta go see if you're a fan of this universe. Like, there's no skipping this one. This isn't like this isn't Shang-Chi. Not to throw shade at that movie or anything. It's just like, it's not some origin story for somebody that like, oh, maybe I don't need to see this one. This is like a groundbreaking event that's gonna shift the entire universe, sort of thing. So of course there's gonna be a ton of people going. I can understand why it outsells the Batman, especially because like a lot of people didn't want to go in the first place because of the actor they chose to play. They were like, vampire boy, no, we're not gonna
Vampire
go.
boy playing a wannabe vampire.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I mean, sure, but besides that, a lot of people weren't like that interested in, and plus, a lot of people didn't want to stay for like about 3 hours long to a movie. It's like,
yeah, that's another factor.
like it's like you guys never watched a Star Wars movie, you guys never watched a Lord of the Rings movie.
Yeah,
How many hours do we stay for that?
too many.
Even Passion of the Christ, a lot of people stayed there to watch that movie.
Dude, I fell asleep in that movie.
Oh no, that's not surprising though, honestly.
It came out, what was it? So it was like sophomore year for me when that came out. We walked over to the movie theater right behind our high school.
Okay.
And back before it is the big one out.
Yeah.
There.
I know
now
what you
it's
mean.
the church.
Yep.
Yep.
I remember.
So we walked over to the old church movie theater and sat down to watch Passion of the Christ because it's supposed to be a really good movie.
Yeah.
And about 25 minutes in, I fell asleep. Woke up to him being whipped while he was carrying his cross, to the to be crucified.
Wow.
So
you missed all the good stuff, right?
I don't know if I did.
Because I was asleep.
I think I missed the boring parts.
Yeah, probably.
And
then you got the end of the movie, and you're like, oh, great.
I got the end of the movie, and I was like, oh well, I guess he's getting crucified now. So yeah,
that's all you need to know.
Passion of the Christ. Yep, the movie's about 2 hours long. This movie came out in 2004.
Still too long.
Oh, so that was sophomore year.
Wow.
Sophomore year, huh?
Dang. 2004. Sophomore year.
Where were you in 2004, Evan?
Oh man.
I think Evan was in like 4th grade.
2004. I was in
maybe 3rd grade.
3rd grade. Probably.
I went to high school in 2000. I went to high school in 2005. So I believe I was still in middle school.
Oh,
if I remember correctly.
Dang. Yeah, I was in 3rd grade in 2004.
I believe I was in 7th grade or 8th grade.
Dang. That's crazy. I'm young.
Yeah, we are.
I'm too.
Me and Dylan are the old heads here. The old heads.
That's okay though. I'll be there soon enough.
We're the wiser ones. You're just a dumb one.
I turn 25 this year, and then I'm like I'm like all worried. I'm like, man, I have to get insurance next year. What the fuck? I have to get my own insurance?
Wait, what kind of insurance?
Like, I don't know, like health insurance, all that stuff. I don't know. I'm not 26 yet. I don't have to make that move. So
I don't have health insurance still, so.
Oh, jeez. He's running
too
the
expensive.
risk.
I'm like that millennial meme where like everything costs too much money, so like they just drink to solve their issues, but I don't drink.
Pretty much.
Yeah, but I don't drink.
I don't drink.
Nice. Is that part of the meme, or did you just put that in there for your own personal anecdote?
No, part of the memes is that millennials just drink to solve their issues,
Okay.
and I just don't
And
drink
then
though.
you just don't. Okay. Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, that's yeah. I don't know how we got here talking about Multiverse of Madness, but
It was a rabbit hole.
Yeah, we
just
went
kept
from
diving.
Multiverse of Madness.
Other
we
universes.
started jumping through universes. We started
Yeah.
spiraling. Did you guys see the full
Yeah.
clip of them transitioning through the universes and then landing?
Yeah,
That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
yeah.
That's pretty sick.
That was. Yep.
It reminds me of the scene again from What If, where the Watcher's getting like pushed through realities by Vision or Ultravision or whatever you want to call him.
Ultron. It's Ultron.
Yeah.
It's Ultron.
It is Ultron in Vision body.
Yeah.
But he like pushes him through the multiple like different realities, and then they even go through Mustafar, ironically, in Star Wars. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
yeah, so that was a pretty cool scene. I like that. We've seen, what other new footage have we really seen? I guess there's not like
The vast majority
Yeah.
of the new footage.
the like Captain Carter
Yeah.
stuff.
Captain Carter, ready to rumble with Wanda. What it looks like.
We actually see Doctor Strange wake up on the ground with those handcuffs. So like he's
Yep.
like knocked out from something. What do we think like
Probably,
knocks him out? Is it-
probably. What's his name? Not
Form of poison.
I was gonna say Mordo.
Mordo. Mordo pretty
It
much is
could be,
part of the one.
yeah, it could have been Mordo poisoning him in that scene where they're like standing in the room talking. There looks like there's like a cauldron or something in front of Mordo, maybe, if I'm remembering the scene correctly. Like there's like Mordo standing over something, and he's like talking to Strange. Maybe he poisons him, and then that's how they end
And
up.
then
You
takes
know,
him to the Illuminati headquarters.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think that Mordo Supreme could actually be the regular Mordo from the main MCU universe?
I don't think so.
No.
I'm pretty sure it's a alternate universe Mordo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I guess
it's
it makes
it's a
the most
it's a Mortal
sense.
that's in charge that's helps the Illuminati, grab, whatever Strange,
Yeah.
is doing. So it's time for you to confront. Because don't forget, Professor X says we're gonna see what kind of Strange you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He does say that. I'm kind of curious to see what lines from the trailer, because I mean, there's no. If you haven't read the leaks, obviously you don't know kind of where it's going or who's gonna be doing what. So like, even then, like the leaks could be false. So like, it's kind of gonna be interesting to see like what lines in the trailers are fake, and what lines are like altered.
Well, also,
or
yeah.
in different
they-
spots.
Filmed 6 endings to this movie as well.
What?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
6
They
endings?
filmed 6 different endings, so nobody knows what the actual ending is.
Yeah.
What? Is this like a choose your own adventure book?
No, it's
kidding.
just so like any of the press release or like say like the people with the drones that fly over the like
Yeah.
the films so they can see all these different things. Like that's how we got a lot of our information on Thor: Love and Thunder was people flying drones
Flying
over
drones
the
over their set.
over the set. So like say anybody flew their drone over the set while they're filming one of these 6 endings,
Yep.
they don't know which ending is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also not to mention that sometimes what we see in the trailers may not make it to the movie,
Yeah. Actually, true. Yeah. So I'm kind of
Because,
interested.
for instance, when we were supposed to see the Hulk in the trailer and during the Infinity War, and he never showed up.
he dipped out.
He was a CGI no-show.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much.
The other thing I wanted to say is there's I just lost my train of thought.
Bring apart.
Oh no, I remember now.
Come on, you can do it.
We saw some other leak set photos that were taken by drones of a certain Guardian. I know we talked about not there being a lot of news and that they were just starting to film stuff for Guardians 3. We saw Star-Lord in his like accurate comic book costume. Did you guys see that?
Oh,
Oh,
I think I did.
You should go look at it. It's just Star-Lord in like the sort of like blue, navy blue outfit with the little crest and the little red lapels or whatever. I don't know what to call them. Like the red accents and lapels or whatever on his little suit. So
Yeah, it seems like we're getting a lot closer to comic book accurateness as
Yes,
we
we
get
are.
on.
Yeah,
Uh,
I like it.
yeah,
I like it
I
a lot.
really enjoyed it as well. Now that we're on a Guardians of the Galaxy a little bit, I don't know if you guys saw who Murr is officially.
Oh no! Did they announce who he's gonna play?
He's the main villain. He is.
He'd be good at it.
What was his name? He's
not-
playing a robot.
It's not the Supreme Intelligence, right?
Ultron.
No, it's first Quarian or something. But let me see.
Oh,
What is the actor's name? I can't remember.
I couldn't tell you how to pronounce it or spell it. His name's pretty intricate.
Murr
Mern.
Peacemaker.
No idea.
Mern Peacemaker.
Peacemaker? Confirm?
His name is. Oh, jeez.
Actor.
Chukwudi Awuji.
And it was just okay.
This is
So he's
a
the villain.
Variety article because
High evolutionary.
Oh, he is the high evolutionary. That's the same. That's the same. Isn't that the same? Or no? I guess the Supreme Intelligence is different, right?
But yeah, it's a little bit different. But yeah, he's gonna be playing the high evolutionary, who is kind of like a kind of robot. Not necessarily 100% robot. But he's traditionally like all red. Looks pretty cool if you look it up. Like other people's.
High evolutionary is a little bit different from the Supreme Intelligence. Yeah, that's pretty dope though. That fits perfect. They're like
He plays
similar.
really intelligent. Like he's good at playing an intelligent person.
Yeah, he is.
So,
Yeah, he was a good leader for the team on Peacemaker as Mern. Yeah, I like the high evolutionary.
Mern the Mur.
It's pretty. It's like they have like a similar sort of role as a villain as like the Supreme Intelligence, like from Captain Marvel. So I thought it was the same for a second. I don't know why, but it's kind of. I guess it's kind of similar, where they're both like synthetic robot sort of beings that like want to control.
Correct.
That's kind of how you get when you start getting into the outer space, though. Like
Yeah,
you either get aliens or you get highly intelligent
robots.
artificial beings.
Yep.
So,
Adam Warlock. Jeez, oh my god. But yeah,
I mean, he's a highly intelligent artificial being that's also an alien.
true. He's both.
Wait, I
That's
was waiting for
crazy.
just command over saying, "Hey, I'm ready to go after them" or something like that.
But did we want to do expectations or worries of what we are seeing from?
I don't have actually any worries. If you guys do, I think I already know.
I am absolutely worried about this movie. I feel like this movie's gonna flop right now. Like I'm losing my mind right now. This movie might flop. We might not get the one that we're looking for. This whole thing could be in the lab of ruse.
Yeah, I can't believe they're changing the style of the MCU. What the heck?
The only worry I have with it is that it tries to do too much.
Yeah, that would be
the only
fair
word that I would have.
Like how too much?
Just that it tries to do too much and it takes away from the story a little bit.
That I agree with you on that part. Yeah.
Yeah, I could see them trying to do too many cameos, but I think they've kind of. I think a lot of people have like these super high expectations for a lot of cameos, especially after the sort of fan service we've got in like back-to-back blockbusters and Endgame and No Way Home. Obviously, there's films in between those, but like the big ones that we expected these huge things from, and people hyped it up, and they're doing the same thing with this movie. I just hope that they don't. Yeah, I guess I don't think I'm worried because I don't think they will do too much. But I can understand that concern, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too on the side of them like, oh man, they're gonna mess it up because they're trying to do too much. I'm just on the side of maybe they try to do too much and it takes away from the story a little bit.
Yeah.
And like that's my biggest worry.
Yeah, that's
like
One.
they don't give enough time for each individual character.
Yeah.
And then like kind of makes that character feel like a waste of being in the movie.
Yeah.
So like maybe that's where I was like kind of sitting at that.
Yep.
I think the movie is going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm not worried too much. Like I said, I'm not that worried about it. But this could be the downfall of the MCU as we know it.
Okay. All right. I get it.
But in all seriousness, I am definitely looking forward. I'm with Dylan. I mean, if they do too much cameo, then it's gonna take away from the story. Of the movie. Everyone's gonna be too focused on those cats saying, "Oh my God, this person came out. Who cares what happened afterwards? Let's just talk about how he made his cameo appearance or whatever."
There's probably going to be a decent chunk of those discussions anyway.
They are saying, "Oh my God, we got to see that." But like overall, I hope they do keep the story rolling. Keep all that stuff.
Because I've seen who's in it, I can already picture my timeline, what it's going to look like, and like the Ultra Films timeline on Twitter, what it's going to just be chocked full of like, oh my gosh, these people. And
yeah, I mean, there's a couple cameos that I know of, or not. Maybe not. They're not technically cameos because they have a bigger-ish role in the movie
than you know of right now. Yeah.
That I know of, that I'm like sitting here going, okay, so like, how does this person not body people in the movie?
Yeah.
Like,
that's an excellent question.
So
don't forget they do have to nerf some certain people as well.
Yeah,
make it more balanced.
If what I think is correct, we can have videos of it afterwards. But
yeah, we'll save that for the weekend after.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of sitting here going, how do we shoot a bolt into a lightning?
Oh gosh. All right. Yeah. No more. Anyways.
Also, on the side note, I also heard people were harassing the actress that plays as American Travis on Twitter or something like that.
That's not good.
They're like trolling her, bullying her, some bullshit like that. Like,
well, fuck.
Yeah, what's the point? Yeah.
That's
also we also heard that they banned some of the quote unquote skate scenes.
No, They're not censoring it. They're just not gonna show the movie in certain countries because they won't get rid of the scenes.
Yeah, because they won't get rid of which is just really fair because we have to respect other countries' laws pretty much. Per se.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even at that though, like, why censor a character?
Yeah.
Because
I know. Yeah.
Because of other countries' bigotisms.
Yeah. I mean, bigotism, but hey, it's their law, man. I mean, it's not like we're gonna go invade their country and say, hey, follow our rules now. Let's
do it. I'm in. I'm just kidding.
All right, we'll meet you there. We'll meet you there. All right, we'll meet you there at the front lines. We'll be there at 0600 hours.
Hell yeah, let's go. I'm just kidding. Our country has enough problems figuring out its own decisions this week, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah.
Anyways, so our last segment is actually a little mini game, and it's a game with a prize, but a prize that probably won't come for 2 years. But it's okay. So the prize we're playing for is a custom Batman 2 t-shirt. The Batman 2, because the Batman 2 is on the way. But we don't know what it's going to be called, who's going to show up in it, or who's going to be the villain. So we're going to play a little mini game where we guess a theoretical title, the viable villains, and Cameo City. Where we guess the cameos. I just try to make it alliteration, sorry. Anyways, so we're all going to guess like our own version of what we think the title could be, who we think the villains might be, and we're going to have 1 guess at the title, 3 guess at the villains, and then 3 guesses at cameos outside of those villains. So anybody that could show up, heroes, villains, other notable Batman characters. So yeah, we're going to take a stab at that. Do you guys want to go with your titles first?
I have a pretty good title, but it also goes into what villains I believe they are, because the title incorporates the villain.
All right, that's fair. I'm gonna be writing all this down, so if you want to go with your guesses.
Sure. Do you want to go first, William, or do you want me to go?
No, you go ahead. You go ahead.
So, I think it's going to be the Batman. Deep Freeze.
Ooh.
Oh. Okay.
All right. I like that.
Actually, that could be a good one.
Okay. And then the villains, obviously, Catwoman.
Villains, Mr. Freeze.
Oh. Okay. Never mind.
I almost went with Catwoman just as that like easy win kind of thing.
Yeah, we might. Yeah, we could probably see her back depending on how long she stays in Blue Haven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Freeze, Joker, and then I was gonna say Bane, but we already know the Penguin is in the series, so I'm going with Penguin.
Okay, those are good guesses at the villain. All right, cool. And then Cameo City.
My Cameo City, I'm going a little left field, at least with my first one.
Okay.
Clark Kent.
Ooh.
Not Batman.
Or not Superman.
Not Superman. But Clark Kent.
Okay.
Harleen Quinzel.
Oh, okay.
Not Harley Quinn. She's
Harleen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Lucius Fox.
I like Lucius. I was going to put Lucius as well.
Okay,
Actually,
yeah,
still
we could probably. I could be with you on that one. We could probably see a young Lucius Fox because he still has to be, he still has to become the billionaire playboy in order to become, take full control of his Wayne Enterprise.
Okay.
I think based off of this last Batman movie, because his helper was Alfred, but Alfred got hurt. They're probably going to potentially steer a little bit away from, or at least Bruce Wayne is going to steer a little bit away from putting Alfred in the the front lines, essentially.
Yeah.
And go with somebody who he thinks is going to be better protected.
Okay.
As his little man in the seat, and that will be Lucius.
Yeah. Okay.
Not a bad guess.
Because then he'll have more to do with Wayne Enterprises and everything too.
Oh yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I like those answers. All right, William. Your theoretical title.
All right, for me, I'm gonna go with the simple. I do have two.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with the Batman 2. They might take that route.
The Batman 2. Easy enough.
Okay. Yeah. My second one is that I think they might take this approach is the Batman and the Court of Owls.
Okay.
Alright, because Court of Owls, Batman, Court of Owls, all that stuff. Because
yeah,
they did talk about in the last movie. They did talk about mostly about the Arkhams and the Waynes,
Yeah. Okay.
trying to expose themselves. There could be a small person, like it gives a teaser, like the Court of Owls, being the.
Yeah.
Well, Wayne's had been part of the Court of Owls, at least in some comics.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the Waynes have been, but since there are not many Waynes left, and they have not been in touch with Bruce Wayne that much, so
Yeah.
Reach out to him.
An introduction.
Hey, Bruce, do you want to be part of the Court of Owls?
Yeah.
Like, no, I'm already Batman.
Yeah. Okay.
My viable villains, well, of course, I do have a couple. I wouldn't mind seeing the Court of Owls, obviously.
Yep. Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing, Freeze, Mr. Freeze.
Okay. I like that.
Though I think he's well overdue for a movie. I mean, no disrespect to Arnold Schwarzenegger, but we need a better Freeze.
True.
We need a better Freeze.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Because really, he wasn't the best Mr. Freeze.
No.
I mean, listen, he did all right. He had his little puns here and there, but we need a better Freeze.
Okay.
But Mr. Freeze is not a pun master.
No.
I know,
Not
but
at all.
the whole movie was a pun, man. That whole movie was a pun.
Yeah. It was a pretty big joke.
They took the side of let's make this into a pseudo comedy to make it better than
Yep.
Yeah.
He freaking shows off his own little Batman card, Batman Black version card. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, I get that you're a playboy, you're playboy, but then you show off like your Batman card, credit card number. Like, come on, bro.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Also, viable villains, obviously Dr. Freeze, one of the Court of Owls.
Who's your
I
number
wouldn't
3?
mind seeing Joker escape, you know,
Okay.
as well, make him escape. I do have one weird one. Like, if I am talking about, I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing maybe Hugo Strange. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know, maybe like in the future, since like, you know, they might plan to, like, you know, with the Arkham Asylum, you know, they might have him there as well. Maybe they could tease Harleen as well. You know, who depends where they go there.
Hugo Strange is a potential cameo.
Yeah. Is this your cameo list then? Hugo Strange
Yeah,
and Harley?
yeah, Hugo Strange is a cameo and also a viable villain that we could probably see.
Okay.
And it's because, you know, he's been there taking care of all the other patients as well.
Okay.
Cameos, I don't see any other DC heroes wise, but I wouldn't mind. You know, but maybe.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind seeing Catwoman come back maybe after a year or so, saying, you know, I'm back, you know, trying to take back what's mine or whatever.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
For my cameo city was besides that, yeah, like Hugo Strange, and that's about it. That's all I have.
I'm putting Harley Quinn since you mentioned her too.
Yeah, Harley Quinn as well. Could be a young Harzel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I like it.
The way I see it, maybe like Hugo Strange saying, "Here, let me introduce you to my next, you know, my next apprentice or my next intern, Harzel, you know, Quinn."
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go next.
Oh.
Last but not least.
I think they could do a title called The Batman. A lot of people are saying this, actually. I'm not gonna say it's my idea. Sins of the Father.
Oh.
And my viable villains, I think it's most likely that we get Joker and Riddler as a team up. Something like that would be dope. I love it. My other two villains are actually copying both of your first choices. I didn't copy them, but I had them already. So Mr. Freeze and the Court of Owls are my most likely to. That's who I think are most likely to be the villains. Any of those combination of 3 seem most likely. And then,
like, if the title is The Sins of the Father, I really like the idea of the Court of the Owls as the villain.
Yeah, exactly. It would work there too. And then, I mean, it wouldn't work well for Freeze, but I think, like, you know, I'm gonna put that. Well, that's
why I went with Deep Freeze.
Yeah, exactly.
Deep Freeze. Yeah.
I put that. Yeah. I just, you know, I want my title to be. I want it to be like Riddler and Joker, like trying to expose more about the city and stuff like that. I think that'd be cool, and like more detective stuff.
Yeah.
So I think that would be. That's just like rock with what worked last time, you know. And then
I would definitely like to see them team up as well.
Yeah.
But for me, at least personally, what I think might be a post-credit scene is either both of them escaping together, like Dylan said before. They could both escape together, or at least one of them gets out.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it'll be interesting to see if how the timeline works, because I mean, we're doing this blind. We don't know much about what's going to go on, other than Matt Reeves will be there and Robert Pattinson will be there. That's all that's been confirmed.
Correct.
So like, we're gonna get the Penguin series, and we're gonna get the Arkham Asylum series, most likely before the movie comes out. Correct. So like, we'll know what goes down with Joker and Riddler, most likely, and it's gonna be a horror-based thing. So like, that whole series is horror-based. The Penguin stuff is not gonna be a horror show, but like, we're gonna kind of understand what's going on in the city and what's going on in Arkham Asylum, and if there's a breakout or something like that. I almost wanted to do the title as the Batman Jailbreak. Or something like that, because like, that'd be a kind of cool title, but I'm gonna rock with Sins of the Father, because that works for like the Riddler and Joker exposing more about Bruce, as well as like if it was like the Court of Owls. So like, covers 2 out of the 3. And then for cameos, these technically still count, even though, I mean, I don't know how viable some of these are, but technically Catwoman would be a cameo since she's not confirmed yet or anything.
Correct.
I mean, there's a very good chance that Catwoman's still in it for whatever reason, just to be there to help out. But then my other cameos, I actually switched one of them because you put Lucius Fox. I was gonna rock with that, but I'm gonna just go left field. Bane, Catwoman seem pretty likely to me, so I'm gonna rock with those two. And then my left field one is Ra's al Ghul.
Okay.
I don't know why he'd show up, but he just does sometimes. So
Maybe he's controlling the Court of Owls.
yeah, you never know. Could be that.
I mean, he could, but think about it. He has his own, court.
League of
per se,
Shadows.
like, the League of Assassins, pretty much.
So one thing I wanted to say while you were saying your stuff is, for this series of the Batman, I would love for him to never throw a punch against the main villain.
Ooh. So he just never goes violence mode on any of the...
Well, so still have him fight, people, right? But, when it comes to the main villain, he never actually throws a punch. Because, that was, the coolest part to me about Batman, this one that just came out. Because he had to fight the Joker, or he had to fight the Riddler in a mental way.
Yeah.
And he never actually fought.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fought.
Yeah, he never had to throw...
fists against the Joker, or against the Riddler.
Yeah.
Because he had to play his game pretty much. He had to, use his own mind, saying, put your detective skills to test,
So I would love if throughout this whole series of Robert Pattinson Batmans, however many they do, if it's 2 or 3, him just never throwing a punch against the villain.
That'd be insane. The villain's always just playing some long con game to destroy the city, and he's having to fight his henchmen, but he can never bring himself to... They turn themselves in before...
They really did kind of turn himself in.
Or
in the last movie.
Yeah, he did.
But say... No, go ahead.
When he's getting ready to fight the Joker's like, okay, Batman, you got me.
Yeah, exactly. And hands himself in, turns himself in.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he could, but say if he has to fight the Joker, he might. Joker may do something like that. But say if he has to fight Mr. Freeze, I think he's gonna have to throw a punch because Freeze is gonna shoot him with a ray gun or whatever,
What if he just throws?
I think you can do it with Mr. Freeze pretty easy.
Yeah. Or even when the Court of Owls, assassins, they're gonna send him.
But with Mr. Freeze, if it's Mr. Freeze, then he has to find a way to counteract the freezing that he's gonna do against the whole city, right?
Yep.
Because theoretically, if this is happening almost exactly after
the first Batman,
after this movie,
he's trying to freeze.
The city's still
underwater,
mostly underwater.
Yes, it is.
So if this movie happens timeline wise, just a week afterwards, it'd be a really good way for Mr. Freeze to jump in and be like, look what happened. My wife is now in a coma because this villain decided to break the dams, which destroyed the generator, which was keeping her alive. So now I had to break her out and put her into her own stasis using this device that I created.
Yep.
The only way that she's going to stay alive is if I freeze the city.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
And then the Batman has to figure out a way to stop the freezing of the city, but also appease Mr. Freeze, so Mr. Freeze just stops what he's doing.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually physically throw a punch against Mr. Freeze because he's able to use his mind
to
solve the issue.
Convince him there's another way.
Yeah.
Dude, Matt Reeves got to hire you right now.
Yeah, Matt Reeves, if you're watching this, hire him right now.
DC, give him a call.
Yeah, that's Warner Brothers, or whoever's in charge now. Warner Brothers, Kevin Feige, call him.
Warner Brothers, Kevin Feige's.
Yeah, the Kevin Feige of Warner. We did an episode not last one, but the one before that about how there needs to be a second Kevin Feige for DC. So,
yeah, good call. I'm still throwing out the idea. Just make a clone of him right now, and there you go.
Yeah, I like the cloning idea. It's almost foolproof. So,
yeah.
I think the only villain that would make it to where he absolutely has to fight would be Bane.
Yeah, Bane's gonna fucking beat the out of him.
I don't want another Bane though. There's
I'm just saying, if there was a villain in the known Batman things that we have gotten or potentially could get, the only one that he has to throw a punch against, I believe, would be Bane.
Yep.
Okay.
Facts.
Oh, also, I forgot to mention that I have like an honorable mention.
Okay.
For potential villains. New villains. I wouldn't mind seeing new villains. I don't want to see like reused villains like before.
Okay.
Like a Bane or etc. I wouldn't mind seeing either a Professor Pig or a Dollmaker. Now, Professor Pig was like a surgeon, was like an ex-surgeon. And
Yeah,
he had an obsession with.
He was a really big component at the Reborn series of Nightwing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, correct.
Where
Professor.
We saw
after Dick got his identity back from the Court of Owls.
Yep, correct.
I think they did Dollmaker in the season 1 of Arrow, so that'd be kind of interesting.
I think you mean Gotham.
No, oh, they did it in Gotham too. Sure, I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't watch.
They did Dollmaker. They did kind of like not really like the actual Dollmaker, but they did him like in some type of 50 Shades Gray. It was really weird.
Oh, weird. They did him in Arrow season 1 as well, though.
Another villain that could be really interesting if they decided to do like a long drawn out like process of like catching him would be Calendar Man.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's not a bad
where
idea.
like he only attacks people on certain days, like because that's what we know that Calendar Man does.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
like that's another interesting villain for a Batman that doesn't throw punches.
Yeah, a detective guy.
So
Yeah.
Also if you play Arkham City, not the Arkham Knight, not the last one, but if you play Arkham City, if you say like your PlayStation 3 or 4, like a certain day, you go see Calendar Man, and he'll tell you about the day that you're seeing him, whether it's on Christmas or whatever. He tells you about the certain day that you go see him.
Interesting.
It's an Easter egg.
One where if you set your it's the same game, but if you set your PlayStation, 7 years before the game was created on a certain day, the Calendar Man will have a different interaction.
Yep, he said, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be here yet, or something like that. Yeah.
What the heck? Well,
Yeah. I'll send you the link of that Calendar Man Easter eggs.
Yeah, that's interesting. I want to look at it. So.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but I think that's about all we got for today. Thanks, guys, for being here, listening, watching with us. Yeah, like I said, we're going to have a Moon Knight segment talking about the finale of that show. We might maybe talk about Doctor Strange and our own thoughts on it, but we'll probably keep that in separate videos so we don't spoil anything for people who want to watch the podcast regularly. Outside of that, I'm not super sure. We'll obviously be bringing you the latest news, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave us a like, let us know what you thought. Give us your predictions on who you think the villains are going to be in the Batman 2 and who you think might show
comments.
up. Let us know what's going on there. Do we have anything else?
Just follow us in our socials, and please just subscribe to us. It helps us a lot. We keep doing these movies because these things for us, to keep on going. Like, just subscribe, interact with us whenever you want on the comments or whatever. Help us get up, help us grow, pretty much.
Heck yeah. Thanks.
Also, if you're watching this on the weekend, Happy Mother's Day to you, to your mothers if you're watching this with them.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Happy Mother's Day.
Without mom, none of us.
Yep.
Yeah, true.
Exactly.
We wouldn't be here without our moms, so make sure you appreciate them.
Exactly.
All right. Until next time, guys. Peace.
Bye.
Adios.